Okay, so now I'm going to teach you how to fully define a sketch using dimensions and relations. First, we are going to create a new part. Click new, select part, click OK, and we'll select the front plane. And we are going to create a rectangle. So go to the sketch tab and select the corner rectangle. Now we have a rectangle, but as you can observe, all of the lines are blue. That means that these lines are movable or not fully defined. So we'll drag one of these lines, and as you can see, we can move it as well as the other three lines. Now, as I mentioned, we can use dimensions to make it fully defined. So we are going to add dimensions to it. Go to sketch tab and then click smart dimension, and we're going to add 3" for that line, and then 2" the other side. So as you can see, we've added dimension on both sides, but still our lines, our rectangle can still be moved. But if we drag it, the whole rectangle can now be moved. Instead of previously, when we drag one of these lines, it will just extend. Let me show it again to you. We have a rectangle, and then if we drag this, see, it will just extend also at the bottom and all the other sides. Delete this one, but this one, if we move one of the sides, all the other line segment will also move with it. So really, the dimension that we gave makes it possible for the rectangle to be defined in terms of its length and width. But still, it is not fully defined because the rectangle can still be moved. We want it to be fixed, like it can't be moved. So we are going to add another dimension, and this time we are going to anchor it to the origin. So the origin is the fixed point in the graphics area. So we are going to anchor this side to the origin, and we'll give it a 3" distance. Now you can see that these two lines here are black. They turn black, and black means they are already fully defined. So if we move it, we cannot move it anymore from left to right for both lines. But still, if we move it up and down, we can still move it. So we are going to add another dimension from this bottom line segment to the origin, and we'll give it a 1" distance. So now the top and bottom line turns black. That means no matter how we drag it, it will move. So all of the sides of the rectangle now are fully defined. So that's how to use dimension to make a sketch fully defined. Now the other one is using relations. Now we are going to remove this distance. Again, it will turn the rectangle into blue, meaning you can move it around. So we are going to use a relation. And what kind of relation? We're going to use a coincident relation to this point and to this point, which is the origin. Now how to do that? You click the bottom right corner of this rectangle and then hold down Control key to activate multiple selections, and then click origin. And now the properties manager appears, and as you can see, under the selected entities, there are 2 points in it. Point 1 at origin, which is this, and point 2, which is the bottom right corner of the rectangle. And under the add relations, you have 3 options. You can add horizontal relations to both of these points. You can add vertical, relations, and you can add coincidence. So let's select first horizontal. So observe what will happen if we add a horizontal relation to both of these points. Click, I'm sorry, let's do that again. Let's click horizontal. Now this point here is now horizontally aligned to the origin. And now the bottom and the top line segments turn black. So we cannot drag it anymore. Let's try the vertical relations. Let's undo this. And we'll try the vertical. Let's add a vertical relations to the point. Now the left and the right line segment turns black, and the right line segment is now aligned to the origin or the point here. This is what we selected, right? This is now aligned to the origin, and if we click this one here, you can see that there's a vertical relations in it. You can also see it here in the properties manager. Under existing relations, there's a vertical relations between those points. So if we click this vertical relations, the small purple box which is a vertical symbol will be highlighted. Next is we're going to try the coincident. So let's click coincident, and now all of the four sides turn black. So that means that this rectangle is now fully defined, so no matter how you drag it, it won't move. And you can also see it under this, under the interface here, the bottom right corner, it says fully defined. So sketch 1, which is a sketch feature, is now fully defined.